Trump put a 90-day pause on all of the tariffs except for with China. In fact, he raised the tariffs on Chinese goods to 125%. And China put a tariff on our goods, I believe, at like 84%, something around that. So we're in an all-out trade war with China. China also announced that they're going to stop sending us some of their rare earth minerals, which is unironically how Call of Duty Black Ops 2 started. Somebody find the writer of that game and lock him up. But we're going to watch a little bit of this stuff. I've got Kevin O'Leary here, another fucking billionaire, calling for 400% tariffs on China. Like this reckless piece of shit billionaire motherfucker who is so disconnected from reality. And this is, guys, all the stock market is, it's reflective of rich people's feelings. That's what it is. The economy is one thing. The stock market is just fucking rich people's feelings. Because what we saw was as soon as Trump announced this 90-day pause on the tariffs, the fucking stock market skyrocketed. Well, it didn't skyrocket, but it went up again. It started going back up. And Goldman Sachs, who said we're headed into a fucking recession, which is funny considering we're already fucking in one. But Goldman Sachs immediately rescinded their prediction that we're headed into a recession because Trump did this 90-day tariff pause. And brother, as soon as those stocks were low and in the fucking red, you better know that all those billionaires and Elon Musk and Kevin O'Leary and Donald Trump and all these fighting Mark Zuckerberg, Sundar Pichai, these motherfuckers started gobbling up all these investments while it was low because you goddamn know that Donald Trump participated in insider trading and told his billionaire oligarch motherfuckers who are oligargling on his fucking nuts. He told them, hey, guess what? I'm going to put a 90-day pause on the tariff, so buy while it's low. Buy while it's low. But anyway, we're going to watch this fucking clip of Kevin O'Leary calling for 400% tariffs on China so you can see just how guys, 400% tariff on Chinese goods means that the price of Chinese goods here in America for you, the American consumer, are going to fucking skyrocket. And fucking everything you got is made in China. This fucking thing is made in China. That fucking ray gun is made in China. The fucking mouse is made in China. This fucking cat, made in China. But let's fucking watch a little bit of this.
What happens if we go into a full-scale trade war?
Look, it's really ugly. This president won the election based on reducing costs, but he's enacted the largest tax increase we've seen in over 50 years. And
this guy kind of looks like an iguana.
You know who's going to pay the price? Americans shopping at Walmart, Americans shopping at Costco. We don't know the purpose of these tariffs. The only thing we do know is he's planning on taking tax revenue from Americans paying more at Walmart and Costco and putting that into tax cuts for the wealthiest Americans.
So all of the money, the increased price of all of these goods, right, that you and I are going to have to pay for, that money that we are giving, that's going to fund the tax cuts for the 1% that he proposed, lowering the taxes of the 1% to zero. Zero. You think trickle-down economics is bad? This isn't trickle-down economics. This is praying for the crumbs economics. 0% taxes, and it's funded by increasing the price of all goods for Americans. Jesus fuck.
It's totally gross, and it's putting us on the brink of a recession. It could cost us tons of manufacturing jobs as we get into this trade war. It's a really disturbing policy. I hope he backs off.
But Kevin, he said there's a lot of deals that they're literally kissing his ass was the phrase he used, very eloquently. Where are the deals?
104% tariffs on China are not enough. I'm advocating 400%. I do business in China.
400%.
They don't play by the rules. They've been in the...
Just so you know, this is like not accurate anymore. Trump already raised this 104% to 125%. They're in like a bickering match. They're going to go back and forth and they're going to keep on raising it.
WTO for decades?
400 fucking %, dude. You couldn't fucking make this shit up if you wanted. I never want to hear somebody like defending the billionaires again, telling me that like trickle down economics is a real effective form of of economics. It doesn't fucking work if you're relying on billionaires to not be selfish. If you're relying on CEOs to just out of the good of their heart increase the wages of their fucking workers because they themselves are making more money, then I don't know what to fucking tell you. Now, I got a video of Trump talking about this himself, all right? I'm going to pull this up for you.
Get the president speaking.
To us on trade, not only with, if you look at it, not only with China, but China was by far the biggest abuser in history, and others also, but somebody had to do it. They had to stop because it was not sustainable. Last year, China made $1 trillion off trade with the United States. That's not right. And now I've reversed it. It's for a short period of time, but we made $2 billion. We're making now $2 billion a day. And
no, what from what? You're making $2 billion a day from what? I'll tell you what. You're making $2 billion a day from me, from you, from the American consumer. Because China doesn't write us a check of $2 billion a day because we put fucking tariffs on their goods. No, motherfucker. Importers have to pay more to get Chinese goods. And then that increased price is passed down to the fucking consumer. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
They had to do it. Roger actually said it. Charles Schwab was here a little while ago, one of the great financial people, and he said, he's been waiting for 40 years for somebody to do what I did over the last month. And if you didn't do it, you wouldn't have a country. It wouldn't be sustainable. So I'm honored to have done it. And, look, nothing's over yet, but we have a tremendous amount of spirit from other countries, including China. China wants to make a deal. They just don't know how quite to go about it. It's one of those things they don't know how quite. They're proud.
At the same time, J.D. Vance is calling fucking. He's saying that they're like Chinese peasant. We're borrowing money from Chinese peasants, and dude, the Chinese are coming out. They're like, dude, we're the peasants. You guys have like fucking homeless veterans overdosing on the street. You guys don't have fucking housing for your people. It's oh my god, dude. We're headed into such a petty fucking trade war, and over what? Over what?
People. And President Xi's a proud man. I know him very well, and they don't know quite how to go about it, but they'll figure it out. They're in the process of figuring it out, but they want to make a deal. And we have many other countries, as you know, many more than 75, and they all want to come, and they want to come here, or they'll go to Commerce, or they'll go to Treasury. We have our great senators here and congressmen. They'll call John, they'll do somebody, they'll go through somebody, but they're all calling, how do we do this? They all want to make a deal. Somebody had to do what we did, and I did a 90-day pause for the people that didn't retaliate, because I told them if you retaliate, we're going to double it. And that's what I did with China, because they did retaliate. So
yeah, because China doesn't fucking need American goods, bro. China doesn't need anything. I'm going to try to explain this like in real simple fucking terms so people can understand this, okay? China is a manufacturing powerhouse, okay? They have so much industry. There's a reason why we ship so much stuff from China. It's because they know how to make things for dirt fucking cheap, right? If you're Chinese government, and you put a tariff on American goods, 84% tariff, and now the price of American goods in China for Chinese citizens has gone up, right? And the Chinese citizen goes, oh, well, I guess I've got to buy Chinese instead of American. They can do that. They've got the manufacturing, right? If me and you, the American consumer, we buy, I don't know, like a air filter, right? I have an air filter, okay? If you buy this air filter and the price goes up by 400% because of the goddamn tariffs, right? And you go, oh shit, well, I can't buy this. I guess I'll buy American. We don't have an American alternative for over 100,000 Chinese goods that we import. We don't fucking have the American alternative because ever since Ronald Reagan took over in the fucking 80s and privatized every single industry, including the goddamn prison industry, We started shipping our factories across the planet. These CEO conglomerate giant monopolies shipped our factories across the planet because they said, well, wait, why would I work in America if I have to pay this like minimum wage to American workers and provide them with health and dental and all this shit when I can go to like fucking China or Taiwan and build a goddamn factory and pay these people fucking nickels instead of $20 an hour and provide them with no benefits, and then I make all that profit. That, and I'm not saying that's a moral practice. That is not a moral practice, but that is what America has done. So if you put this giant tariff and you go, oh, well, American manufacturers are gonna move to America. Do you know how long that would take? That would take a decade. That would take a decade, dude. A decade for a manufacturer to go, I'm going to pick up shop, move to America, buy a plot of land, build a factory, hire thousands of American workers, and then become successful enough to be tradable on the U.S. stock market. It's fucking insane. It's fucking insane. We need to start somewhere. I agree, Harris. We do need to start making American manufacturing. But that doesn't mean that we have to increase the price of our imports by 400%. Why doesn't he sign an executive order? He signed fucking all these executive orders. Sign an executive order and say, we're building 1,000 factories. And do what FDR did. Use the fucking federal government's money. You've got money. The federal government has money, bro. It's got fucking trillions of dollars. Use that fucking money to build some fucking factories. You don't need to fucking increase the price of our imports first. I'm sorry I'm crashing out.
We'll see how it all works out. I think it's going to work out amazing. I think that our country is going to be at the end of a year or shorter, but I think we're going to have something that nobody would have dreamt possible.
You're right, Donnie. Nobody could possibly dream what the economy is going to look like at the end of this fucking year. If you keep on this tit for tat, back and forth trade war with China, we'll lose. They don't need any of our shit. We need all of their shit. And that is the fault of neoliberalism over the past 60 fucking years, making us so goddamn reliant on imported goods. That is the fault of neo-fucking liberalism.
A man like Roger Penske, I don't want to get him in trouble with China, so I won't, but he would know that someday you have to cut the bow and you have
Trump blinked to Elon, really? Well, yes, because, dude, who's the richest man on planet Earth? Elon fucking Musk. Who lost the most money during this economic recession after Liberation Day? Elon fucking Musk. To the point where he was calling Peter Navarro, is that his name? Peter Navarro was calling him the R word. He was calling him, a fucking retard, right? And Peter Navarro, Trump has called a genius. He's like one of his favorite economists. So like if A equals B and then B equals C, if you're calling Peter Navarro the R word, then that means you're calling Trump the R word because Trump thinks that guy's a fucking genius. And suddenly all of these fucking tariffs get lifted. It's, oh my God. Oh my God.
Do what you have to do, right, Roger? And that's what I did, and I'm very happy to have done it.
Mr. President, was there anyone the Prime Minister of Greece just told Breitbart's Matt Boyle that he thinks absolutely the European Union and the United
Breitbart. Brother, they have a vice grip over the flow of information, dude. A vice grip. They got Breitbart in here, and they banned the Associated Press. The Associated Press is like the most worldwide renowned news organization. Sweet fucking Jesus.
United States could work out a trade deal that's win-win and, quote, mutually beneficial to both sides. What do you think about the Prime Minister's comments, and do you think a deal could be struck with the European Union?
First of all, I know him. He's a good man, and I appreciate his comments. Yeah, a deal could be made with everyone.
Look at all that.
Deal.
Look at all that green. Hey, Trump supporters, this is only happening because Trump lifted his fucking stupid ass tariff plans. So, what the fuck? What the fuck? Like, very clearly, the market is responding positively to not doing tariffs. It's the art of the deal. It's the art of the deal.
A deal's going to be made with China. A deal's going to be made with every one of them. And there'll be fair deals. I just want fair.
I just want fair. I just want life to be fair, which is why we're using a ground force invasion of Yemen and Gaza. Oh, you didn't fucking know that? Yeah, while Trump is fucking... While Trump is practicing insider trading and golfing, he's also having meetings with Netanyahu saying that he wants to do a full-scale ground invasion of Gaza and Yemen. Hey, you there? Hey, a full-scale invasion. Jealous much? Yes.
They will be fair deals for everybody, but they weren't fair to the United States. They were sucking us dry, and you can't do that. You know, we have $36 trillion of debt for a reason. We don't have it there for...
Look at this, look at this, look at this. Trump's stupid tariff policies, Trump's dumbass tariff policies, Trump's stupid tariff policies. I'm thinking of putting a 90-day pause. People start going, oh. And then he goes, I'm putting a 90-day pause. Bang! Market says, thank you, daddy. Finally, you've lifted your dipshit fucking tariff policy.
For fun, they have it for a reason. And people took advantage of our country, and they ripped us off for decades. I've been thinking about this for decades. If you ever saw me on television, I was young like these guys. And
thank you for the $5, Mary Dressel. Appreciate you.
I'll tell you, Roger. But I was like these guys, young, and I was talking about it. Nothing changed, and nothing was done about it. Then I did it. In my first term, I did it, and did it well. We took in hundreds of billions of dollars from China and others, and I started the process. But then we had to fix up from the COVID mess caused by China. We had to fix up from that, and we did a good job of doing it. And when we handed back the reins after a rigged election, and when we handed back the reins, the stock market was higher than it was before COVID coming in. So, you know, we did a great job, but we didn't have time to do the big thing, which we're doing now.
Yeah, the big thing is a fucking trade war with China, bro. The big thing is a fucking trade war with China, my guy. You fucking foobie potato. I don't know how to explain to MAGA voters that this is important. China is our second largest import partner. We are about to increase the goods of our second largest import, not to mention the fucking tariffs that he wants to put on Mexico and Canada, and invade fucking Mexico. The guy wants to invade fucking Mexico. Oh, Jesus. Oh, jeez Louise. Listen, every day this fucking guy does something stupid, something new. He either runs over yesterday's policy or creates a new one or passes an executive order or says something stupid. Like, every single day they are flooding the zone with information, and it's all intentional because it's so hard to keep up with the level of shit that they're doing. But regardless, let me remind you, if you're watching this on YouTube pre-recorded, I make these videos live. That's why you can see the chat. Hi, chat. And to the people who are watching this pre-recorded, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. If you hit the notification bell, you'll know when I go live. But also, that costs you nothing. It helps me immensely. Also, this is real independent media. I have zero funding. I've never had a conversation with an advertiser, a billionaire, a foreign government. If you do want to help me out financially, which would help a lot because I need a new fucking computer, you can buy some merch down below. You could become a patron on Patreon for $5. You can become a member here on YouTube for $5. You could use a 40% off discount for Ground News Vantage subscription down below. And you could just straight up donate cash to me, whatever you fucking want. You don't want to help? That's fine. It doesn't matter. You could just like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It costs you nothing. Thank you for watching the Valenti VOD. I will see you in the next episode. For those who are here live, don't leave. We're not ending the live stream. We are ending the video. Have a good one.